Let's start with some shadow boxing. I'm going to start just by being relaxed and start working on my movement. I want to be very light on my feet, light knees, just moving side to side, backward and forward. Keep good posture with my spine erect. Keep a good frame with my fighting stance. This does not need to be full speed. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Just working my pivots, my step pivots forward and backward, each side, starting to work angles. And I'll even add in some incidental defense. That's when I do bobs and slips and V-steps and any kind of defensive movement. But I do it not because I have to, but just because I'm being a hard target. So I start adding my front side strikes. For me, of course, that's my jab, my hook, and even a low punch. So I use those interchangeably. I'm just using my front side strikes. Notice as I throw these strikes, I'm also working the movement that I will use for the different ranges that I would be in. I can throw static punches where my feet basically remain in the same place. I can take a half step where I plant my rear foot and move my forward foot towards the target and then drive back. Or I can take a full step all the way towards the target and then get out. But I'm working my angles and I'm continuing to stay relaxed. One thing that could help is to put an object that you can use as a reference for your target towards the bad guy, and work my range and work my movement around that object. Okay, so here I'm just pivoting to the left, pivoting to the right, moving to the right, moving to the left, integrating all of my footwork and just keeping it nice and simple. Try to integrate some V steps to the left or to the right. Once I get comfortable with my jab range and movement, then I'm going to start adding other strikes to that. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to start simply. I'm going to start with a jab, which, as I said, sometimes I will interchange a three, a hook, a left hook, or a low punch for this, but I'm just going to add single strikes to it. Working my movement, double jab, circling in, and then adding that cross to it. Now remember, every strike has its own unique mechanics, so I need to put these things together so that it's effective. Again, I don't care about how fast this goes. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Just working on what I need to work on. Notice sometimes I'll add feints and head movement, trying to create an opportunity for an open area to strike. Feint the low punch, go for the high hook or the high jab, fake the high jab, go for the low punch. I can start adding punches to my combinations. Right now I'm going to go into 3-punch combinations, some of the more simple ones that we work all the time. The 1, 2, 3. That's a straight jab, a right cross, and a left hook. Adding movement to the end of it. As I start working 3-strike combinations, I can add various aspects that just give me innumerable options on even simple combinations. I can take a 1, 2, 3, and I can add my incidental defense to it. I can add the different range of motion, both static, half step, and full step, as well as getting off angle to the left, getting off angle to the right, V-steps and movement, circling. I can add all of these to a very simple combo and work it for quite some time. This type of work is invaluable for actually improving on your striking. Feel the range of motion. You're just putting data into your muscle memory during all of this. You're just creating algorithms that your body will naturally use and work even when you don't physically call on them. Going at a nice, easy pace allows me to check every aspect. Am I rotating on the ball of my foot? Am I bringing my defense back to my jaw? I start working my right, left, right, going to the opposite side now. Again, just working in different ranges, checking my mechanics, making sure I'm bringing back my defenses, keeping loose the whole time. I'm still sticking with right, left, or left, right, at the moment, just to keep it simple. But you could do whatever you like. Let's go for about another 30 to 45 seconds, throwing just these combos at whatever speed you choose. So I'm going to start switching now to left, right combos, or right, left. Basically 2 on one side, then 1 on the other side. And this just changes the dynamic, changes the mechanics of how I'm throwing these strikes. I have to rechamber, and that itself is something to work on. Sometimes I rechamber, sometimes I don't fully rechamber. I just throw it from a half chambered position, because quickness is more important than the full force. So I'm just putting all of these things into the fray. I can list the most common combos and do those, or I can mix it up however I like. Take about the next 30 seconds and work left, right combos.